Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen Aegis Nautilus ship buyer's guide and what we know about this new concept ship, which is a strategic minelayer with a lot of gameplay planned for the future that was unveiled at the Concierge event on the weekend and is now available for anyone to purchase. We'll be talking about the ship, the sale, and mine gameplay. Not mining gameplay, mine gameplay. The Nautilus is an expansive ship encompassing an integrated mine deployment system, drone-based minesweeping system, and full crew quarters and facilities. However, 400 years of iteration and refinement have made its massive hull feel conveniently intimate, with access and functionality at the forefront of its interior design. The ship is 125 meters long by 72 meters wide and 26.6 meters high. It is recommended to have at least 4 crew on the ship and caters for up to 8. Silhouette wise, if you're looking at it from the top, it doesn't look too much bigger than a hammerhead, but it is 10 meters longer and it's quite a lot more depthy. So you've got 16 meters for the hammerhead compared to 21.6 for the Nautilus. So that's basically a whole extra deck there. The ship is a mine layer and sweeper ship, as well as being reasonably well armed and armored. The ship has 4 mine deployers, it seems, each of which can carry around 6 mines, suggesting the ship can carry up to 24 active mines at a time. It can deploy homing mines, so the Firestorm Kinetics Tepra homing mine is built to establish defensive boundaries. Once armed, it moves towards any hostile target within range. Once it reaches lethal proximity, it detonates with a devastating explosion. The ship can deploy sentry mines as well. The VLR-11 sentry mine's primary role is perimeter defense. Upon deployment, the mine lays dormant until a hostile target enters its range. When activated, it will fire its equipped weapons with high accuracy. They are basically little deployable turrets in space. The ship can also deploy Nemo drones. So Nemo drones, Nemo stands for Neutralize and Employ Mine Ordnance. They're specifically designed to safely identify, deactivate, and collect all mines compatible with the Nautilus platform. The ship can hold and launch 2 of them, apparently. The ship has 3 decks. At the top deck, we have a mine depot to safely store ordnance and a control room for the deployment of its mines. There's a mid or main deck as well there that has main access to the bridge, a manned turret on each side of the ship, each with 2 size 3 guns on it, a mess hall, crew and captain's quarters, engine room, access to escape pods, and docking collar area. The lower or sweep deck has a drone bay for its Nemo drones, cargo bay with room for 64 SCU of cargo, access to a big size 7 turret, a manned size 7 turret basically with 2 size 7 weapons on it, and there's a mine bay here as well for the Nemo drones to bring back deactivated mines and repurpose them to be then deployed again by the Nautilus, which is an interesting mechanic for sure. There is central elevator access to all decks of the ship as well though. The ship is laden with large components, 2 power plants, 2 fuel intakes, 2 coolers, and 3 shield generators, all large, and those generators and power plants working together should make the ship pretty tanky. The ship also appears to have a size 3 missile turret on its belly, as well as the turrets that we've already talked about. I'm not entirely sure whether that is manned or not, that one, but the other ones certainly are. It has a drone system for mine retrieval, disarming and repurposing, as well as a mine laying system. The expected SCM speed of the ship is around 115 meters a second at the moment. Each of the homing mines are equivalent to a size 5 torpedo apparently. The sentry mines have 2 size 2 hardpoints on them as well. Not sure if you're going to be able to swap weapons off that or change ordnance of the actual homing mines. These mines lay dormant until they detect a hostile target and then they activate. The sentries are supposed to be highly accurate when they fire, and homing mines will follow the target and attempt to proximity detonate at it. Obviously, if they lose the target, then they will go sort of like standby mode again. The drones, when released, find mines and then defuse them and then bring them back to the ship. This can be both host mines or third-party ships mines. The ship is equipped with 2 Nemo drones, as I said earlier. During the concierge event, it was suggested that there might be more types of mine in the future. Mines have small thrusters on them, allowing them to maintain positions and to also slow down if they're being deployed at speed from the main ship. This helps them stabilize and slow down, but it's not going to be enough to counteract strong gravities, so you're not going to be able to have these giant minefields directly next to a planet. Mines will be relatively expensive and need to be maintained. You shouldn't have these giant never-ending minefields which just seem to keep on growing and growing and growing and growing and have like unstoppable blockades. Mines can be found via scanning and do have signatures like a ship, although they're going to have quite a small signature, it is assumed. The ship itself, the Nautilus, should be pretty good at detecting them, though. It's sort of like focused for that. Mines will be in Squadron 42 as well. CIG seem to already be experimenting with mine gameplay as well, it was reported. The Warbond versions of the ship are available from $675. Warbonds mean you can't use store credit. The perks for buying Warbond is that you get a unique serial number, sequentially numbered, with the ship and lifetime insurance in this case. The non-Warbond versions are $50 more at $725 and come with 6 months insurance. If you're a concierge member, then you have access to buy the Solstice version of the ship. It's 675 Warbond again, and has the Solstice skin variant, which is the only change. It's a white and yellow skin. It's got yellow highlights on it. There is also some physical merch available for the Nautilus, a t-shirt, poster set, a mouse pad, and you can buy it all as a bundle if you want as well. We are awaiting a Q&A, questions and answers post for the ship. There is no ETA on the ship's completion, nor date when the concept is supposed to end yet. We do know that they've already got probes in-game, which are very similar to the sort of like mine turrets that they want to have. The concept sale, don't know when that's ending, typically 4 to 6 weeks. We'll have to wait and see. The Nautilus is quite an exciting ship for me though. We knew that CIG wanted a mine layer ship for a while now, and it has some interesting gameplay to it. I expect the Nautilus to be reasonably tanky as a ship, with some very good forward-facing weaponry, so it should be relatively effective in a fight or in a supporting battle. Probably doesn't want to be fighting smaller ships or bombers and things like that though. It's probably not going to do too well against that. It's probably not going to do too well if against some capital ships that are too close to it, if it hasn't had the ability to be able to deploy its mines. Its role is mainly support, in my opinion. The drones for mine sweeping give it a way to support a fleet, but I also suspect that we will see mine clearing missions generated by the game and potentially mine laying missions generated by the game. So you could even use drones as well, I suppose, to effectively just steal other people's mines, nom them up and sell them. They're going to be quite valuable. In the brochure for the ship, it implies that mines aren't really welcome in most UEE territory, and I do expect it to be a crime to deploy mines in some systems. That mine-laying gameplay is going to be used to secure areas, perimeters, aid in fleet battles, protect assets, set traps, and I can see it being used to protect asteroid fields and points of interest that players discover, stuff like that. So you go, oh, I found a very, very profitable asteroid field. I will deploy some mines here to stop people from nomming it up, especially in like zero sec space where you're not in the UEE's territory, so you can't really get the sort of like protection of the law. As a side note, this does make the idea that CIG will add various buildable buildings and defenses, more so than just outposts, on the ground, hopefully as well, or at least I'm saying that's more of a possibility now. In fact, I hope we see some buildable stations for space as well, potentially in the future. I do suspect that's the sort of thing that will eventually come in game. It's just how long is it going to take? Mines are an interesting one, as they need to be sort of like correctly balanced, not mega OP, but should slow an enemy down or deny them an area, amongst other things. I mean, they could be used pretty effectively as part of the general sort of fleet defense and potentially an offensive net as well if you do it right. I would expect to see mines in game well before we see the Nautilus. How hard are they to detect? Can you easily take them out with fighters? How expensive are mines? How often do you need to maintain them? What are they going to be used to protect? And where can you deploy them? These are all questions that we need answers for. There's lots and lots more. I'll get a video out once we know more with the questions and answers that are coming out shortly. once they've been sort of answered and devs have had a bit more of a response and more questions have been collated and collected, I'll attempt to answer them where I can. If you've got any specific questions about the ship, about mine gameplay, if you hate the idea of the ship, if you love it, if you think CIG shouldn't be putting out really expensive ships like this, I'd love to hear from you. Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Every month we have a giveaway. For August, we are giving away a Drake Corsair bundled with an 8-inch Fire tablet and 12 months of Game Glass. Game Glass makes software allowing you to turn touchscreen devices, like tablets and mobiles, into immersive controllers for Star Citizen. But not just Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous is getting support next, and there's plans for lots more games to support this. You can use Game Glass for free, but there are paid options as well, giving you even more functionality. Please follow the links down below to get more info or to download. I'm still also shilling for NordVPN. If you're looking for a VPN, they are very cheap and have many benefits over free services. They help protect you and your privacy online, but it also makes it easier to access various websites as well. And there's Shadow 2, giving you remote access to a Windows 10 gaming PC of your very own so that you can effectively turn any appropriate device, your smartphone, a computer, a laptop, whatever, into this much more beefy machine. Subscription cloud services, in my opinion, are the way forward, and for some are going to be very appealing instead of sort of maintaining their own PC. For all of those, please follow the links below or use the code BoredGamer to get a discount. A massive thank you for watching. Please consider liking and sharing this content as well as pressing the bell icon to get informed when a video goes live. Consider Patreon or becoming a YouTube member too if you'd like to further support the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Please take care, and I'll see you in the verse.